Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning chemistry classes for first year. The running chapter is stoichiometry and now we are in session number 23. As we completed the rules, that is nothing but the rules related to calculation of the oxidation numbers, and after that when we are able to find the oxidant and reductant in different reactions by observing what is happening in the given chemical reaction, we can assign the oxidizing nature or reducing nature to the stipulated substances, is it not? After all these, now we are coming to a region or we are coming to a point where we have to apply all these learned concepts. It is nothing but the goal or the aim here is nothing but balancing the redox reactions. Already we learned about the different types of redox reactions. As you know, what are redox reactions? Just which are of having the couple of oxidation and reduction. That is nothing but when both oxidation and reduction are happening simultaneously, such type of reactions are known as redox reactions. We learn it, and so many types of redox reactions we observe. Clear? But with all these, the conclusive part of this topic is nothing but balancing the redox reaction. That means when we are writing the equation, mostly it is nothing but from ionic compounds, because there only we can find the migration of the electrons, is it not? And thereby by providing that redox reaction, that is which is of involving both oxidation and reduction, they are asked to balance the equation. Why they are asking for balance? As we know, the stoichiometry itself is applicable only for balanced equation. That means the prime condition required for applying stoichiometry is nothing but balancing equation. That's why to balance that equation, we have to learn some techniques or methods which are already present in this chemistry or stoichiometry. And just you remember, the balancing redox reaction can be done by two important methods. And here in this one we are going to learn what are the two methods and how to measure how to balance the equation by first method. All these details we are going to cover in this session. Clear? And now let us enter into this topic. It is nothing but balancing redox reactions. And just, my dear students, you remember this will be done by two important methods. One is nothing but ion electron method. This is also known as half reaction method. Ion electron method, because the reaction, the balancing process involves the ions and electrons. That's why it is ion electron method. And in balancing that equation, we are writing half reactions. That's why it is half reaction method. And second one is nothing but oxidation number method. These are the two methods. And in this class or in this session, we are learning about the rules related to ion electron method. And let me explain those rules with by taking one suitable example. Thereby you can easily understand what is going on in that, is it not? And now let me give that examples like this. It is asked to balance an equation like this: KMnO4 plus SO3 minus, or let me give this is nothing but H2SO3, KMnO4 and H2SO3 giving Mn plus 2 plus SO4 H2SO4. Okay, this is the equation. And my dear students, just you remember, when we are balancing the redox reactions by ion electron method, we have to observe the media in which we are balancing the equation, whether it is acid medium or basic medium. Why? only in balancing the oxidation reduction reaction, that is redox reaction, while we are balancing the oxygen and hydrogen. In balancing oxygen and hydrogen, we have to observe the media, because to balance oxygen and hydrogen we are using different species in different media. Clear? When we are coming to that step, I will explain how the species added, it depends on the media. Just you have to keep in your mind that one point is media is playing one important role in balancing oxygen and hydrogen. That's all here itself. Clear? And now coming to this is the equation they are providing to balance by ion electron method. And now let me give all the rules related to that ion electron method in balancing a given reaction. By giving that rule and by applying that rule for this equation, I will explain that one, and thereby you can easily catch what is the rule and how to apply for the equation. Are you following? Clear? And now let me start with this. This is KMnO4 plus H2SO3 giving Mn plus 2 plus H2SO4. They ask to balance this equation by ion electron method. KMnO4 plus H2SO3 giving Mn plus 2 plus H2SO4. Here, let me give the rule. Rule 1. Rule 1. Write ionic form, that is nothing but skeletal equation. Ionic form, that is nothing but skeletal equation for the reaction. First rule says we have to write the ionic form of the given equation or reaction. How to write the ionic form? Just you remember, it is by removing first A and second A group cations. I think you know what are first A group and second A group. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. And second A, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium. All these when present we can remove them, and by removing H plus from acids. By doing these two, we can write the ionic form of the equation. Okay, first let me write that. This is first A group, and here it is H plus, and here it is H plus. So by removing all these, we are getting MnO4 minus plus SO3 minus 2 giving Mn plus 2 plus SO4 minus 2. This is the equation. That is rule 1. What it is considering is writing ionic form. How? By removing the specific ions. Clear? And now coming to rule 2. Rule number 2. As per this rule, we have to identify the oxidation and reduction half reactions. Oxidation and reduction half reactions. And how to identify? Already we know an increase in oxidation number is oxidation, a decrease in oxidation number is reduction. Is it not? And now let us consider the oxidation number change. What is happening to oxidation number of different chemical species? Thereby we can identify. Simply just by applying the rule, we can get this is in +7 oxidation state. So now from +7 to +2, whether increase or decrease, just it is a decrease, and thereby it is nothing but reduction. Clear? And now here it is +4, but here it is +6. So in this case +4 to +6, increase or decrease? Increase. So it is oxidation. So this is reduction half and this is oxidation half reaction. That is rule number 2. We have to identify the two half reactions, that is oxidation half and reduction half reactions. Clear? And now coming to rule number 3. As per rule number 3, balance the two half reactions. Balance the two half reactions by the following steps. That means rule number 3 is having some steps to follow. So by following the steps, we have to balance the two half reactions separately. Balance the two half reactions separately. We have to balance these two separately, not combinedly, by following steps. And now let us move to the steps which are involved in rule number 3. Clear? And now let us consider, just you remember these two. I am going to write again as two halves, the two half reactions that involved. And just before, when we are applying these steps that involved in rule number 3, we have to make the two half reactions separate. And let me write that. As per rule 3, I am separating the two half reactions. One is MnO4 minus giving Mn plus 2. It is a reduction half reaction, and oxidation half reaction is SO3 minus 2 to SO4 minus 2. Clear? And now step 1. Here by following steps they are asking, and thereby we are following. Step 1. As per step 1, balance atoms other than oxygen and hydrogen. Balance atoms other than oxygen and hydrogen. Other than oxygen and hydrogen atoms, if any other elemental atoms present, we have to balance. And dear students, you remember, here to balance such atoms, we have to consider the coefficient. We have to write the coefficient. We have to write the number here, not the subscript. Clear? And now let us try to get. Here, manganese is other than oxygen and hydrogen, but manganese is already balanced. In this case, sulfur is other than oxygen and hydrogen, but already sulfur is balanced. So we need not use step 1. If it is present, what to do? Let me give, for example, if it is given like this, Cr2O7 minus 2 giving Cr plus 3. If this type of equation we are getting, for example, because it is nothing but an explanation for this step 1. If it is appear like this, here chromium atom is other than oxygen hydrogen. Are you following? Chromium is other than oxygen hydrogen. So when chromium atoms are 2, here this side only 1, we have to balance this by taking 2 in number, not Cr2. Just you remember, Cr2 is not, it doesn't exist, just it is 2 Cr. That means to balance any elemental atom, we should always use only the coefficients. Clear? And thereby like this you can use if it is required, but here when we try to, or when we attempt to balance that, there is no need to balance. Clear? And that is step 1. And now coming to, that means without any balance we are getting the equations like MnO4 minus giving Mn plus 2, SO3 minus 2 giving SO4 minus 2. Directly we are getting this without any balancing process. And then step 2. As per step 2, balance A, oxygen, by adding H2O in acid medium already I told you, and OH minus basic medium. Here the media is playing important role. The medium plays role in balancing the oxygen. For acid medium we have to balance oxygen with water, and in basic medium we have to balance with OH minus. Clear? And then B, balance hydrogen. How to balance hydrogen is by adding, again here also, H plus for acid medium and H2O, sorry, SS, H2O for basic medium. Here only the media is playing role, no other place. You need not worry about the remaining steps. In all the remaining steps are same both for acidic medium and basic medium. The only one step where the difference is observed, that depending on the media, is this one, in balancing oxygen and hydrogen. In case of acid medium, oxygen is balanced by adding water. In case of basic medium, oxygen is balanced by adding OH minus. Are you following? And hydrogen, in balancing hydrogen, in acid medium we have to add H plus, and in basic media we have to add water. That is the only difference. Clear? And now coming to step 3. Okay, here first of all we have to apply these two, and as we are following this acid medium, for this purpose MnO4 minus giving Mn plus 2. First let us balance oxygen. How many oxygens this side? 4 oxygens. This side no oxygens. So we are adding 4 H2O to balance oxygen. And to balance hydrogen we have to add H plus. How many hydrogens? 8. And thereby it is 8 H plus. Balance oxygen by water because it is acid medium, and to balance hydrogen H plus because it is acid medium. Similarly this side it is SO3 minus 2 giving SO4 minus 2. Here oxygen is 3 but this side 4, and thereby to balance that 4th oxygen we are adding H2O this side, and to balance this hydrogen we are adding 2H plus. This is what we are getting after third step. Sorry, after by following third rule, second step. Step 2, balance oxygen hydrogen. After that we are getting these two half reactions. Clear? And now let me continue with this one. If it is possible, when you are viewing this video, it is better to write on your notes, and thereby, because it is I am rubbing here and there after completion of the board, is it not? Thereby when you are applying, when you are writing on your notes, it will appear in a single page, and thereby you can get highest grip. Clear? And now let me go for this rule number 3. One more step is there, that is nothing but step 3 of rule 3 is, it is nothing but somewhat confusing part, balancing the charge in the two half reactions. Step 3, balance the charge in the two half reactions by adding, here just you observe, by adding electrons. That means when we are balancing the charge, we have to add the electrons only. Here we some sort of confusion may be, because when positive charge is present, we can balance that positive charge by adding suitable number of electrons, is it not? But when it is negative charge, how to balance? Already negative charge present. If we are adding electrons, still more negative charge will present, is it not? Like that we may think, but actually what is happening is, to balance positive charge, add electrons on the same side. Adding electrons on same side to balance positive charge. On opposite side, add electron on opposite side to balance negative charge. So in case if negative charge is present this side, you have to add the electron on the opposite side. That is simple technique. Are you following? And now let us write those equations. It is MnO4 minus giving Mn plus 2 plus 4H2O, and this side it is 8H plus. And now balancing charge. Here 8 pluses and 1 minus is there. Net result is 7 plus. And this side plus 2 is there. After cancelling this plus 2, here we are having plus 5. Are you getting this? You can apply your own technique. Just you have to find the net result charge. You have to find the net result charge on this. Here 8 plus 1 minus. So 1 cancelled, the remaining is 7 plus. This side 2 plus 2. So this is also cancelled. Now net result is 5 plus this side. And to balance that, I am adding electrons on the same side, 5 electrons. Clear? And then for the next one, that is nothing but the second half is SO3 minus 2 giving SO4 minus 2 plus 2H plus, and this side it is H2. This is oxidation half reaction, and here this side we are having minus 2 and this side minus 2 and plus 2, it is 0. So net result charge is minus 2 on this side, and to balance this minus 2 we have to add the electrons on opposite side, is it not? And thereby we are adding 2 electrons here. Just you observe, just when you are framing a rule, if you are following that rule blindly, you can get this solution. Clear? That is about balancing the charge. That is about rule number 3. As per rule number 3, 3 steps we have to follow. First step 1 is balance the atoms other than oxygen, hydrogen. Next, balance oxygen. Step 2, balance oxygen by adding water in acid medium, by adding OH minus in basic medium, and hydrogen by adding H plus in acid medium and by adding H2O in basic medium. Next, step 3, balance the charge in the two half reactions by adding electrons, only by adding electrons. And how to balance? We should not subtract. And how to balance? By adding electrons on the same side to balance the positive charge, and by adding electrons on opposite side to balance the negative charge. Clear? Now we are getting the two half reactions like this. And now we have to go for rule 4. That means after completion of the 3 steps, rule 3 is over. And now coming to rule 4. Here we have to consider like this. Equalize the number of electrons in the two half reactions by multiplying with suitable number. By multiplying with suitable number. Just let me explain this by writing one after the other. Here we are coming up to this charge balanced half reactions we are now having. It is nothing but one equation is 5 electrons plus 8H plus MnO4 minus giving Mn plus 2 plus 4H2O. This is one, and the second one is H2O plus SO3 minus 2 giving SO4 minus 2 plus 2H plus 2 electrons. These are the two half reactions we are having after balancing the charges. Now, as per the rule number 4, they are asked to equalize these two electrons by multiplying with suitable number. Here one is odd number, the other one is even number. So simply we can crisscross this and thereby we can multiply this with 2 and this equation by 5. Then we can equalize the electrons. Let us see how they are equalized. Now, just you remember, by multiplying with suitable number, not only electrons, the total equation, all the species in that equation you have to multiply. Okay, and after multiplication what we are getting? 2 into 5, 10 electrons, plus 2 into 8, 16H plus 2 MnO4 minus, giving 2 Mn plus 2 plus 2 into 4, 8H2O. Are you following? And then this one, 5H2O plus 5SO3 minus 2, 5H2O, 5SO3 minus 2, giving 5SO4 minus 2 plus 5 into 2, 10H plus 5 into 2, 10 electrons. Now you can observe these two electrons are getting equal. Are you following? That is the meaning of this rule number 4. Equalize the number of electrons in the two half reactions by multiplying with suitable number. Just you remember, not multiplying only electrons, you have to multiply the total equation. And by multiplying with suitable number, you are getting equal number of electrons. That is rule number 4. And now coming to rule number 5, the conclusive rule, the last rule. As per rule number 5, add the two half reactions. Now we have to add, because in the beginning we separate. What for we are separating? Only so as to balance the two separate equations, is it not? After balancing all these things, we have to add now, because it is conclusion. And now in rule number 5, we have to add both these two half reactions by cancelling the electrons. That is the purpose why we are equalizing the electrons. Are you following? That is the purpose why we are equalizing the electrons. After cancelling the electrons and by taking the net resulted H plus and net resulted H2O, we have to add. Now let us add this. It is 6H plus 2 MnO4 minus plus 5SO3 minus 2, giving 2 Mn plus 2 plus 3H2O plus 5SO4 minus 2. This is the balanced equation. Dear students, here I provided all the rules related to that in a simple way. And just you go through that all the rules once, twice, thrice, because it is a video session, that is online session. Thereby you can play this until you are getting the idea what is the actual principle and how it is applied to this. Till that you have to practice, and thereby after getting all these rules in your mind, you can solve easily, you can balance the given equations. Clear? You do it, and by next session you make it practice. That is nothing but you keep all these rules in your mind. Clear? All the best. Thank you.